So welcome everybody. I am Denise Armenio and welcome to Thursday Live discussing the Genius app and any questions you may have regarding the Genius, working with it. And also we're here to do a live demonstration and I have Claire McIntyre here with me and she will be here to help answer all your questions too. She's helped manning the chat for me. If I see any questions, I will try to answer them as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start sharing my screen with you. And give me a second because I can't see it. And okay, I just lost all my side. I don't know why they disappear here. Hold on, guys. I'm getting, all right. I've got all my stuff back, I think. Okay, so it's a smaller group today. Hopefully more will check in later, but we can do, I guess, a group scan. Is that okay with everybody? Just put in the chat if that's okay with everybody. Since it's a small group, let me know. I also have some questions that were emailed in to me. So I'm going to try to answer some of them. So thank you, Julie. I'm glad that that will work. Kathy, William, Barbara, Nina, is that okay with you as guys as well too? Pam. So I am just going to put start by setting up the name here, and I will label us as Thursday Live. And let's just we'll put today's date 2/9/23. I can't believe we're already the 9th of February. And our date of birth will also be February 9th, 2023. And now we can continue with the analysis. Oh, look at that. We have a group of 8. Yay. Thanks, Claire. Okay, so let me bypass. So for anybody, I think everybody here knows this screen here. We can just put notes on the client. I'm just going to put in here group session. For those of you, if you want to put like kind of your intention of what you would like to be worked on today during this session, why don't you put that in the chat as well? I think just putting it out there will help bring that to consciousness a little bit. And so hopefully when the Genius does its stuff, it will be part of the awareness. I may not search exactly for that for everybody, depending on what comes up, but hopefully everything that needs to show up will show up for everyone here. So that would be great. And after you do that, I'm just going to try to get a picture and see if I could get everybody here. Well, whoops. Can't get that group picture I want. Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. I know that you can't see what I'm doing right now, but if everybody also wants to turn their camera on, if you don't, that's okay. I can just, your names are on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If you want your picture in the scan, please turn your camera on. I'm just going to take a screenshot. I'm just going to start this, take this picture right now. And okay, so now if everybody could just unmute, we will take our voice recording. So as soon as Margaret, I know that you just joined in. We're just about to do a voice recording for a group session. So, and I also did ask everybody to write their intention in the chat box of what they want or their intention to work on in this group session. But if everybody, Margaret and Pam, just unmute yourselves, please, and we'll get this voice recording started. Pam, if you can just unmute. And everybody else is unmuted. So I'm just going to count everybody down. I'll say 3, 2, 1, begin. And I think you all know what to do. Say your full name and the vowels A, E, I, O, U. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Denise Armenio,
Lily, Lily.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone. If you could just, everybody now just mute yourselves. That is awesome. I am going to play the voice harmonics here down on the bottom. Okay, and so now I'm just going to hit next. Awesome, and now we can hit continue. And now hopefully my trackpad is working and I will be able to capture this picture. And I did, yay, it worked. Okay, so we have our group picture, excellent. And I'm just gonna hit begin analysis. And continue. Okay, so here the energetic affirmation. This, as soon as I add this information, just like with the voice analysis, the intelligence of the genius, with algorithms, is able to turn our voice, our spoken word, into frequencies. It also is able to do that with the written word as well. So I am going to add an affirmation here, which is all energies are transmuted into the frequency of your love. So it, and hopefully I have no spelling errors in there. And you hit OK. So now as we run different frequencies, whether it's in the quick zap, main hold tray, or quick balance, there will be an overlay of that frequency of that affirmation. So the next thing I'm going to do here is go to the back office and add the libraries to this group. And I just need to, and so I'm going to just wait until the libraries show up and add to client, select all, and hit OK. I do need to grab the master branch. So I have to go back in. I am working with the latest version, I believe, which is 16.60. So if you are not on 16.60, I do recommend that you upgrade to that. Going to hit begin analysis. Okay, so I did have a question and I want to answer this first. So hopefully it will help. The Genius uses a value system with the numbers. It goes from 0 to 777. Often people ask, what is the normal value or number to show something is like okay? I can't really tell you there's a specific number. It may probably, within the middle between, higher greens would be more normal, but again, like just quickly looking at digestion, I could add digestion to the main hold tray. And when the Genius looks at that in relationship to other organs, that could become red or blue. So it's hard to answer that question, basically, is what I'm saying. But blue values, so any items that appear blue, let's see, there aren't any showing up here, which I guess is good, but any blue items that would appear. So I'm just going to click on, let's say, essential oils. Anything that is blue, or which is the number value between 0 and 100, that is not a normal value. What that is observed to be is chronic energetic disturbance. So those items have been out of balance for a longer period of time. And what we see happens is we have disturbances in our energy field all the time. And that is why working with the Genius is so important to use, just incorporate it as part of your lifestyle, is because it's for maintenance, right? Frequencies that come in and that might appear red. And again, red values are between 689 and 777. Those are energetic disturbances, but they're more present. So they haven't been there a longer period of time. So they may not be affecting your physical body, but the longer those frequencies that are out of balance or more out of balance, and they're not, and you don't work to harmonize them, will at some point affect your physical body. So I hope that helps. So, a lot of these values, they're not in perfect balance. I think it would be very hard for something to be perfectly in balance. So that's why it's hard to give and say that something is, like, what number are you looking for? We're looking to harmonize and bring everything as close to balance as we can. I hope that makes sense. So again, just to repeat, values between 0 and 100 are observed to be blue. They can also be observed to be under energy, which means they're not getting enough energy, which is what is causing it to be out of balance. And it has been out of balance on a chronic level for a longer period of time. We then go to green, which is represented by the values 101 to 450. then to yellow, which is represented, and that range goes from 451 to 688. And then the next range is 689 to 777, which is represented by the color red. And again, these can also, these items in this range are observed to be acute energetic disturbance. So they haven't been out of balance for a long period of time. In Chinese medicine, they could observe to be heat or inflammation, and also observed to be over energy. So these items may be getting too much energy, which is what's causing them to be out of balance. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for anybody who had questions. Next, I just want to take the aura picture of the group. Okay, so this is the aura picture of the group. I love all the green on the outside. Don't really like too much the brown in the middle. So why don't we try to clear that? Again, working with the aura, we're looking for bright, vibrant colors, and it's usually the colors that are represented. Or not usually, the colors of the chakra system are the colors that are used in this aura. Brown is not one of those colors. So let's see if we can move that stagnant energy and work with that a little bit. Also, pale, dirty colors are a sign of stagnant energy or interference of some kind. So let's go back now. These arrows on the side just let us know that there's more information, and we could dig a little deeper. We can either click on the arrow and it brings up the information to go a bit deeper, or if you click on the line itself, it brings up the same information, but you visually can see it using the color system that we just described a minute ago. Okay. So getting back now, so the first thing I would do in a scan when I start a scan is I like to work with all of the items in the biofield and the minerals, vitamins, and amino acids. So I have a particular library that I like to use, that I'm going to go to and use. But if you don't have that library, I would work with those items. Okay, so I am just going to go into the search here. And as you all know, I like working with the vessel priming frequencies. So let's add all of these, into the main hold tray. And I'm going to and let's put that on 3 minutes, because I just have a feeling we all need that. So I'm going to hit play. Okay, so great. So we all did well here. We had a 46% rectification. I am just going to rescan and see what's coming to the top here. And Nina, there is your L4 at the top. Let's just see where L6 is. Just curious. It doesn't seem like that's showing up as, I didn't see it. Maybe I passed it. There's L5. Oh, that's what you were also looking into L5. So that's showing as medium. So we can just, I can select that and just hit high and we can get everything else. And we will run all the highs for 1 minute here. Barbara, sorry, I did not, we can check to see where the sacral chakra is in here. I missed that when I was looking through that. And I see the candida in there. We can also take it's not in this panel. Okay, in the sacrum. So we had 70% rectification on that. So yay, that's amazing. I hope everybody is feeling really good. Let me just see. So let's see where the sacrum is showing up on here. If I pass it. Oh, there's the sacral chakra. So we got that. And let's just see where the sacrum is showing up. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. So it's low. So we still worked on it, but it is a little bit lower in there. So I am going to exit out of here since we did have such a high rectification, which is great. I am going to clear the main hold tray. And I just kind of have a feeling for some reason to go to the salts here. So I'm going to add all the salts in for all of us and run this for 1 minute. I can't give you an answer. I just got a little nudge that we all needed this. I'm just going to select all of them and run it for 1 minute. And again, 56% rectification. So that is great. I'm going to back out. I'm not going to rescan that just because I want to get to The next thing I like to work with is the general overview. So you get to that by hitting System Overview. And I'm going to hit Begin Analysis. Okay, sorry, I was reading. So Margaret made a nice comment. So the system of yin and yang, or the black and white fish, as we see it a lot in Chinese medicine, it's bringing everything into balance as best we can. So I think Margaret is just saying, when looking at all the different the reds, the yellows, greens, and blues, we want to get everything as into balance as we possibly can, but we're never going to get perfectly in balanced with everything. So it's just going to be a dance that we do to always just bring everything as much into balance as possible. So thank you, Margaret, for your comment in there. Okay, so now we have run this. I'm going to add all the top 50 and bottom 50. So I'm not going to scroll through all these because there are a lot. We can look quickly at what the bottom 50 look like, though. So we have some flower essences in here, healthy oxygenation, intestinal inflammation. So maybe that will help Claire. And if we remove the libraries now, okay, well, that's interesting. Hold on, because we should have 200 items. Well, okay, I'm not going to figure this out right now by looking at it. I'm not sure why that's only saying 144 items, but it is a good number. So I like that. I am going to remove the library items now, and I'm going to add the top 50 and bottom 50 that are just from the system. And we can run these in a balance now as well. Oh, well, I don't know. I guess I never emptied out the salts in there, but okay, we're all good. I guess everything is happening as it should. So I'm just going to hit all for 1 minute. I hope you got, if I didn't just confuse you, I didn't clear out the main whole tray. So I have the salts still in there. So I'm not, that's why my numbers were off. Because it went over 100. Okay, so Pam is asking, why did I remove the libraries? I removed the libraries after I added. I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so we have 30% rectification there. I will rescan, but I wanted to answer Pam's question. She asked, why did I remove the libraries when I was in the general overview? The reason why I did that, Pam, is because the general overview is a collection of all the items from the system overview page, which is the 27 panels that come pre-installed in the Genius, and also all the items from all the custom libraries, if you have any. So if you don't have any custom libraries, there won't be any there. But so now in the general overview, it's looking at all items that are collected in the Genius. So my libraries and the system overview. And I added the top 50 and the bottom 50 into the main hold tray. When I remove the libraries, now I'm just looking at the items on the system overview page. So it's very specific. So now I can hone in on the top 50 and bottom 50 items on that system overview page. So it just gives me a little bit more information. It also allows me to look a little bit more closely at what is showing up on that main system overview page. Does that make sense? Okay, and now I'm just going to hit the highs for 1 minute. Okay. So it went down to 22%. If this wasn't a demo and we weren't under a limited time frame, I would run that a little bit longer. But we don't have more. I mean, I want to get to some other things. Nina is asking, is it a problem if we don't clear the main hold tray? Well, the reason why I clear the main hold tray is just so that we don't keep adding on more frequencies and more frequencies. I like to keep it between 200 and 250. I know that there are times when I do add a little bit more than that, but that is basically the reason why I would clear it out. Also, in the beginning, when we're just using the priming frequencies, I'm just trying to prime the body and get the body, in a good place to receive frequencies. So those aren't the frequencies that I want to focus in on. So that is why I also cleared the tray there. So I hope that makes sense. I am also going to clear it again because there were 243 items in there. And now we want to try to add some more frequencies to try to focus in on some other areas. And the first area I always like to look at would be today's stress, so that we can see what is affecting everybody. I am, even though I'm going to add all the items in here, just because we are working as a group, and some of these items might change when we look at them all in relationship to each other. But it is good to stay mindful that liver is showing up, adrenal is showing up. We do see some inflammation, kidneys in here, and we see some connective issue. So we could look at blood sugar, as these are all items that are under 200. The other thing I want to add in here is digestion. And again, it's showing, is green for 38. Again, I'm not going to say it's normal, but, it's also, a little further away from the blue. So it's not, the further you get from the blue, it's less chronic, right? And again, I'm going to add all the items from in here. Okay. And we can look at, since we did have some leg pain and some other items, why don't we also add all the items from the spinal energy? We can just add that title, and it will add all the items from spinal energy, so we don't have to go into all of them. Margaret is asking, does the quick balance only play the highs and lows for the page or library you're currently on, or does it play everything listed? So Margaret, for example, if I were to hit quick balance now, the only thing that the only frequencies that the Genius would run is essential oils, electrical sensitivities, and just that library title. And that's it, those two items. If I were to open up the essential oil library, it would then run just the blues and the reds from like the library that you're on. Oops. So it's basically the view that you're seeing. Okay, so the next thing we can go to is I want to add the neurotransmitters again. I'm going to add all of them. And we can add brain EEG and just make sure we get those theta waves in there. And also it doesn't hurt to go into the Saveggios and add 528 frequency, as well as, and the other thing that I always like is to add in, wow, look at the group here. Everybody's been doing a lot of good work on themselves, because I mean, that's not to say that there aren't reds and blues when we look deeper into each meridian, but to see everything yellow and green in there is pretty exciting. Anyway, so now let's dive a little deeper into the custom libraries. And again, I'm going to work with the brain, just to follow along with the Dr. Deb's Health Safari. And I will also dive into, there were some digestive issues in here, I believe, and some leg pain. So I'll also go into the pain library just to see that we see if we can grab everything in here. So let's just go to pain first. And I'm just going to run a quick balance here. So why don't we just do, whoops, 1 minute quick balance, and this will run all the reds and the blues. It's also giving you an opportunity to see quick balance in action. Okay, we had a 31% rectification in there, so that's not bad. I'm just going to back out of here now, and I'm going to look at I saw that we had some questions regarding Candida, so let's look at that. And let's add all these reds and blues in here for us. If we want to see what the blues are, we just hit this change the view by looking here. So we do see a bunch of blues in there, as well as reds. And let's add in our solutions for that. I'm just going to add all of them in this for the solutions. And I'm also want to add in some of the normal intestinal frequencies, and these would kind of be like your probiotics, but I added them all in there. You can also finish with them at the end of the session just to add them back in. And let's add in some digestive statements in here. I added the red and blue ones. And we'll add our digestive enzymes in there as well. The red and blue ones. And I'm having a little bit of a, what else? Where else did I say I was going to go, Claire? I forget. We just did pain. Oh, the brain. Silly me. Okay. Okay, so I'll add in all the reds and all the blues for all these different, these are all the brain nuclei. So that really helps. And we can run, I'm going to run all the highs for 1 minute each. And so Claire, there you go. Is your Candida. So let's run that. I'm just curious where, Nina, there's your L5 again showing up. So we have some inflammation, C5. So hopefully you're getting some good healing in here. So 47%. So I always like to see that. That's great. And I just wanted to check out some of these brain areas in there. Let's just we can and I'm gonna hit select all again for 1 minute. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Came in a little late today. Sorry. We're doing a group session. Okay, and great, 65% rectification. So again, that's awesome. And I'm going to rescan and then we'll work with just the highs for 3 minutes and then we'll go back out, see what the aura looks like, and then try to just wrap it up with working with some gems and maybe some flower essences. So I'm just going to move the timer here to 3 minutes and select the highs. Is everybody feeling okay? Okay, so it's at 21%. Again, I would run that longer if we had more time, but we did have two great balances when we worked with all of them with high percent rectification. So I'm happy with that. Let's go back and now just look at what our aura looks like as a group. Hopefully, we cleared some of that brown in the center. Okay, so we still have that brown. So let's see what we can do to clear that. I'm going to clear this main whole tray and I'm going to add in the neurotransmitters in here. I'm going to add some Bach flower essences, emotions, and let's also add some of our grounding essences. Whoops. We can add our those weren't the ones I wanted to add. Hold on. So we're adding the gems here and also let's just work with these for right now. I'm going to hit all of them and let's work on them for 1 minute. Okay, so great. We had a good rectification on here. Hopefully this will help clear some of the brown in our auras. How is everybody feeling? Can you just put that in the chat? Alina, how's your back feeling? And Barbara, I think it was your sacrum, is that right? Yeah, your sacrum and whose legs were bothering you? Oh, and Barbara, your leg pain? Okay, so good. So we have some good healing energy in the center now. I mean, we still have some of that brownish color and it does look muddy. So I'd probably want to work on the frequencies that I just worked on a little longer if we weren't short for time, but we are at right at 3 o'clock and I do have another session that I need to get to. So does anybody have any questions? Margaret is saying that she feels good and you are welcome. Barbara, slightly less discomfort. Okay. Margaret, the full moon we just had was tough. Yeah, it was a lot of energies. And thank you. Have a great week to Karen as well. And you're welcome, everybody. I hope that you are feeling better. I look forward to seeing everybody next week in our Thursday live. If you have any questions or anything, you could always email me at Denise at Inside Health Apps. And also, before everybody leaves, next week, I will have Laura Cardwell on with me, and we will be discussing neurocohesion. So please come back and join us and bring some friends. We always love to have you there. So anyway, look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great week. Be well, and bye-bye for now.